Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on where you're watching me from. I hope you're well. Don't mind the crow. I'm outside making a video. Hope everyone is good. Okay, so I just want to quickly discuss something very important. Now, this is based on the views, basically, more or less like a chit chat. Okay, so this is based on comments and emails that I get sometimes on my channel, and so people could keep asking, oh, they keep saying, I'm really struggling to find the job. And I know it's getting harder there, okay? I'm not going to say it's easy, all right? I know it's getting hard for people to be able to find a job to come teach in the UK. But I think for me, I would say, rather than just looking or putting all your eggs in one basket to do with finding a job, which is the easiest option anyway, is the easiest options to go with, and one that you can actually that's faster in a sense. But I would say there's one particular area that people are missing at the moment, and that's the PGCE. Okay, so the PGCE is just the postgraduate course where you can train to become a teacher. Now, PGCE is not usually free. Okay, PGCE are fee-paying courses, but you do that just for 1 year, and at the end of that year you get your QTS. Okay, so rather than applying online to get your QTS and then you begin to look for jobs, which seem to be taking too long for most people, I mean, if you have the patience, fantastic, you would definitely get a job. It just means having a lot of patience and dedication and just keep going. But another quick way that you can come into the UK to teach is by going through the PGCE route. Okay, so that's where you get an admission to study in a university. Now, the university you choose also sort of plays a major part in terms of the fees. Okay, so if you go for University of Oxford or Oxford University, or you go for Cambridge University, your school fees ranges within the 36,000 pounds for the year as an international student. But if you go for other universities, so your school fees as an international student is probably 15,000. Although this is a lot of money, okay, it's a lot of money, but a lot of the universities will require you to pay a deposit and then you come. And this, as I said, this is just for 1 year. So you do this for 1 year. At the end of that, you get your QTS. Now, I know lots of people be waiting to find out, oh, can I, because now you're going to get a student visa to be able to come and do your PGCE here. And some people might ask, can I come with my family? Of course, we know the UK has changed a lot of rules and brought in so many things to do with families and students and all of that. So the answer is no, sadly. The answer is no. You cannot come in with your family. But as I said, it is for 1 year, okay? So you can afford to come in for 1 year, do your PGCE, and then get your QTS and find a job. Now, you are 99, okay? I'm trying to be generous, but you are 99.9%, you have 99.9% chances of getting a job as a teacher when you finish your PGCE. Now, as we all know, the teacher shortfall hasn't disappeared. It is still here, okay? So they're still looking for teachers. The UK still wants teachers to come in and teach. So it's an ongoing thing. And as some of you would have heard from other sources, that they were creating 6,500 places, additional places for teachers, okay, because of course they're still recruiting. Recruitment is still high. There is a shortfall of teachers, so they still need teachers. They still need teachers, primary and secondary. They still need teachers. So you will have 99.9 chance of getting a job after you finish your PGCE as a teacher. And then with that, you can then get on to a skilled worker visa, which then allows you to bring in your family. Okay, now I know this is quite an expensive way, because some people say, okay, I don't have that 15,000 for school fees and all of that. But for me, this is another surest way that you can get into the UK to teach. Now, it might just have to mean that you have to do make some sacrifices. Maybe you have to leave. If you have a family, you might have to leave your family back home, wherever country you're coming from, for a year. And then after that 1 year, you get a job. Now, the thing that we usually do here is, even before you finish your course, you start applying for jobs. So the last term of your studies, the last term, which is like the last whatever term of your studies, you start applying for jobs. So most trainee teachers get a job before they leave studies, most of them. And I also did the same as well. I also got a job before I graduated. So a lot of them, because recruitment time, as we know, is usually April, May, June. Even June is even late. So from what, so you have February, March, April, May. That's when the recruitment drive is. So a lot of people will still be in their courses anyway, or still having their degree as at this time. So you then begin to look for jobs, and if you're able to get a job before you finish your studies. Now, I know the UK has also come up with this thing that you have to apply for a job and get one before, I think you start your job the last day when you finish your university, before you can then get onto your job and get your skilled worker visa or whatever visa they give to you. I know the UK does that, but I think that, don't quote me, I think that for teachers, there should be an exception, because you can't wait until after you've finished your studies to be able to apply for a job, because there's a recruitment time. If you miss that recruitment time, it's going to be harder for you to get a job later on. So I think for me, this is a sure way to be able to get a job and then bring your family in after 1 year. It's only going to cost you a lot of money, because now you're going to come in as a student. So you're going to come in as a student and then finish your studies, apply for a job, and then come with your family. But I just felt, I mean, because lots of people are trying to get a job. As I said, is the quickest way to be able to come into the UK to teach, is the quickest way. But if it's getting harder day by day to do that, so don't close your mind off to other opportunities, to other possibilities. And one of those is through the PGCE. Now, I think somebody asked this question once, and they said they've already applied for their QTS online and they've gotten it. Now, can they still come in to do PGCE? Now, for me, I think the answer to that is no, because at the end of the PGCE, you'll be getting a QTS, isn't it? So if you've already gotten your QTS, I don't think there's a point going in to do another 1 year of teacher training and then getting a QTS at the end of it. So the answer will be no. So you can't have your QTS and still apply for a PGCE. So PGCE is like a master's. For those who don't know, it's like a master's. You're coming in to do a master's, but now this is a master's to do with teaching. You should already have a degree. It doesn't matter where your degree is from. You should already have a degree, and then you come in to do a PGC, which is like a master's, but then you're doing it in teacher training to become a teacher. So if you haven't applied for your QTS already, if you haven't gotten it, and if you have the means, if you're able to afford the school fees to come in to do PGCE, then that's another way. As I said, you have 100% chances of getting a job with that, and then apply for your family. If you've got a family back home, then apply for your family once you've gotten your working permit to come in and join you. So it's just a quick one, but I was just thinking about it based on emails that I got and some questions in the comment section, and I just thought, okay, maybe I'll do a video about this, so people can sort of understand that there are other ways, not just through job. It's cheaper, but this one is more expensive, £15,000, and or even more, because by the time you talk about your visa, your flight, and all of that, you sort of be going probably up to 25,000 pounds range. But if you can afford it, if you definitely can afford it, then for me, I'll say that is your best chance to be able to do that. Now, another way you can also come in to teach is if, for instance, you come in now. I'm not saying this is the best way or this is possible, but I'm just thinking. This is just me thinking, okay? You can also come in with, of course, when you come in with a visiting visa, you can't work, okay? So let's just make it clear. When you come into the UK with a visiting visa, you definitely cannot work, okay? Because it's not the visa that allows you to work. But you can come in and look for a job, because sometimes it's easier to look for a job once you're here than when you're back home or wherever you are. So you can come in with a visiting visa, look for a job, then you can attend interviews, and then let them know that you need a work permit. So you can then go back home, apply for the work permit, get your family, and then come back to the UK. So that's another way that you can also look into getting into teaching if if that's possible. But this is me thinking, I don't know if it's possible, but I'm just thinking nothing stops you from going for an interview if you're here on a visiting visa. It's another expensive way, because of course you have to pay your flight, your visa, and all of that. But it's just a way. I'm just saying, I don't know. And then also, if you're already here in the UK, as you know, you can do support work. Okay, so you don't have to have QTS. You can work as a teaching assistant, and you can also do support work. So you can be a supply teacher, which then allows you to teach. And if you're lucky enough, you go into a school that that does the Teach First program, or the Train as You Teach program, then you can apply. If you're lucky enough to get a place, then that's it. So there are various ways. We just have to be a bit creative, and there are various ways that you can come in. I know that these other ways do cost money. Okay, they require you to spend a little bit more money than when you get a job all the way from your country and then come in. But as I said, let's not close our mind to options. Let's open up our mind and see which way will favor you and us, in a sense, because we're all in this together, isn't it? Okay, I hope that's been helpful. If you've got any questions, comments, leave them in the comment section below and I will answer you. My email is usually in the description box, so those of you who want to reach me, my email is always in the description box. You can always reach me through that. Now, please also, before you ask a question, just please make sure you go back through my channel and look at my videos. I've done a lot of videos on how you can come to teach in the UK and all of that. So I've done a whole lot. So look through my videos to see, and if they still don't answer your question, then please feel free to send me an email and I will attend to those as soon as I can. Okay, have a wonderful afternoon. Enjoy the sunshine when you can,